All of us, I'm sure, have seen that classic Something Weird video trailer more times than we can count.
All you kids make me sick.
Yeah, that's the one. I've covered a number of the films in that trailer, Scum of the Earth, Bad Girls Go to Hell, The Curious Dr. Hump, and this week I'll be taking a look at the film that gave us one of the most quotable lines from that trailer.
Paula, I may be a bitch, but I'll never be a butch.
Yeah, that's the one. Welcome to Exploitation Reviews, and me, Rob, and today I'm taking a look at A Smell of Honey, A Swallow of Brine from 1966. This comes to us from writer-producer David F. Friedman and director Byron Mabe. Not to be confused with Brian, definitely. Whew, yeah, that's pretty bad. So, let's check it out. We open on a couple kissing in a car. That's our main gal, Sharon, played by the lovely Stacey Walker. And just 4 seconds into this scene, there's a nip slip, and that's nothing you can see here on YouTube.
Man, I just work here.
But of course, we don't have to stay here. You can now support the channel on Patreon and get access to spicy versions of my reviews. Link is in the description. So things progress further between the gal and her guy. In fact, they progress further than she's comfortable with. Her boy begs and tries to reassure her that he will be careful and only wants to show her how much he loves her. Yeah, I'm sure plenty of gals have heard those lines before.
Tell me about it, sweetheart.
Pretty weird that none of these garbage guys ever want to show their gals how much they love them by listening to them. Well, let's not get serious. Think about where we are.
It is a silly place.
Anyway, we get this rather dramatic title card.
I'm warning you!
That was pretty cool. Another roughie from around this time, Aroused, that also used a freeze frame effect to great, effect. Well, luckily for our gal, the police happen by and they take our boy into custody. The boy claims it was consensual, the jury disagrees, and the judge sentences him to 2 years. Then we hop over to our gal talking to her roommate, Paula. Both of them have dates tonight. Paula questions if it's a good idea for Sharon to date a man so soon after her ordeal. Emphasis on man. Paula would much prefer it if Sharon dated a woman. But Sharon is ready to get back out there. Her date arrives and seems polite enough. Sharon teases him a bit by making him sit outside the bathroom while she takes a bath and gets ready. And when she gets down into that bath, I'm reminded that sometimes when I get a little bit snacky, I like to nibble on some puffies.
I could, kill a guy with these things.
You can find them wherever simply gourmet foods are sold. Sharon propositions the guy, and at first he's a little hesitant, but he doesn't take long to find his mojo. I mean, with those puffy things in your face, if you can't find your mojo, it might be lost forever. After things progress a bit, our gal accuses him of trying to serve her a full glass of grape soda. Ah, there's a bit of a pattern here. Seems that our gal likes to ruin guys' lives. Yeah, I suppose that's why Friedman originally wanted to call this picture The Man-Eater. Or maybe that initial assault is real, and now a traumatized Sharon is trying to get some kind of revenge. Maybe. In fact, now that I think about it more, that's probably what's going on, which, in a way, kind of makes this a proto-Ms. 45. That's pretty cool. The next day, Sharon says she's all mixed up and doesn't know why she does what she does. Her roommate tries to make her feel better by giving her a massage, and it's pretty hot in the room, so of course this massage has to be done while both of them are completely naked. It's pretty hot. But things don't turn out how the roommate wants. Sharon rejects her lesbian overtures. Aw, and now I feel bad for the lesbian. It's like I'm watching If These Walls Could Talk Part 2 all over again. Well, luckily the sadness passes quickly because Sharon does this. Yeah, we're having fun again. Sharon starts to court the new guy at work, Lowell, played by Sam Melville. He went on to have a pretty decent career in TV, including appearances in Gunsmoke, Hawaii Five-0, and starring in The Rookies, which ran for 93 episodes. Humble beginnings, not a bad career. Things go pretty far between Lowell and Sharon one night. We've seen this before. And she puts a stop to it before things go too far. But, unlike the previous guy, she doesn't accuse Lowell of anything, and to his credit, Lowell handles it as one should. He respects her autonomy and pieces out. But in bed later that night, he has dreams where he ties Sharon up and beats her. Is this guy a lot freakier and more dangerous than we thought? Yeah, maybe. Has Sharon started something with someone who might put her at risk? Well, that's enough out of me as far as plot goes. Let's talk some highlights. Well, Stacey Walker turns in a gloriously campy and unhinged performance here, which is helped greatly by a script which is pretty outrageous.
I can be such a bitch.
We all are, but that's just part of being female, I guess.
It's too bad she didn't have more of a career. David F. Friedman discovered her on a beach and put her in a few things, like The Notorious Daughter of Fanny Hill. And she even caught the eye of someone at Paramount Pictures, but when David F. Friedman went to go get her to make an introduction, she was gone. Back to Texas. Beyond Stacey Walker, the other great thing about this movie is the cinematography. There are a lot of cool shots in this. Fun angles, great composition with foreground and background elements. The photographer of this fine picture show was the legendary Laszlo Kovacs. He was the cinematographer of Ghostbusters and Easy Rider, Paper Moon, and a lot of other stuff. He was a pretty big deal in the American New Wave of the 1970s. But despite some nice-looking ladies, some fun dialogue, a really great unhinged performance, and some nice cinematography, the film is not perfect. Like a guy who wants to show you how much he loves you, this film has some shortcomings. Well, there's only 2 ladies in this. Sure, they're both beautiful, but still, it's only 2. That's a pretty low number for a roughie.
Man has to have a little bit of variety.
Beyond that, the movie is a little repetitive. Find a guy or gal, tease a guy or gal, cry wolf, rinse, and repeat. And the dating montage between Sharon and Lowell is pretty cheesy. So is it still worth watching? Well, yeah, sure. Like most roughies, it's just a bit over an hour long, and thanks to some great cinematography, it's nice to look at. And thanks to some great cinematography, they are nice to look at.